hold the Lord. I think that is going to be the main thing that Indonesia is banking on. Indonesia constantly will be able to kind of hold the Lord and be the one that really puts themselves in the face of team for the side of Team Laos. So I mostly just want to know how Team Laos wants to react and respond to this front. Well, the fact that they don't have a very strong frontliner.
And here we go into game 2 of Team Laos versus Team Indonesia. Currently, Team Indonesia ahead 1-0. I feel that Team Laos, they want to play that heavy mobility playstyle. They want to emulate what Team Indonesia brought in game 1. But can they tie things up here?
This is yet another game where the balance kind of feels a little bit off. This time, too much damage. Not a lot of sustain. While game number 1 is too much sustain, not enough damage.
Yeah, so completely going the other way here. Instead of flickering out, he is going to go down here, and mplply going down early, so early into the game. This is not Team Laos' game plan at all. That lethal was too greedy coming out from inside Team Laos.
He thought that he will be able to. And unfortunately, as a Nolan, you want to be fast-paced in your rotation. But hold on a second, Afan, he's just walking away from this team fight. It would have been great. Simbandi is able to get that kill, but he wasn't able to.
Yeah, not level 4 as of yet. And Shauki, aka Nino, he's going to have a great time, especially once he hit that level 4. But the Paquito will have that advantage for now. And really, just Dalvin doing just a good job of getting that mid lane prio as well. But this Paquito has been a huge issue. Now coming in is the Atlas though.
Is it really going to be an issue? We'll see about that, because all 2 other members from the roaming spot jumps right in onto Paquito, where he's got no answers at all. Unfortunately, he didn't even have the opportunity to flicker out of the way.
Yeah, every single one of them can initiate. That's the crazy part for the side of Team Indonesia, right? Even the Obsidia, right? You can lock someone up effectively for that 3 seconds. Now you gotta worry about this man coming in right here.
Literally just gonna be jumping themselves right onto the members of Team Laos and invading over to the jungle. Dalvin picks up a kill, and moving on forward, he's just gonna be sticking himself down on the Putsapat, bringing him down pretty effectively as well. Simbandit, he can't go down right here. If he go down, that is gonna be really painful.
A master class in resource denial coming out from South Team Indonesia as they continue to go on a tear through towards enemy backlines here. And Dalvin Sander, well, oh well, you're taking too much.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Okay. Let's talk about what they did well, all right? They were able to take away the purple buff from the side of Nolan at 2 minutes into the game. And that's completely what they came for. And that's a complete W in Team Indonesia's books right there. Because how do you beat someone who's trying to farm his own jungle then faster than you? You take away his jungle.
You take away his jungle as much as possible, man. And the main idea about picking a Nolan here is so that he will be able to match the pace of Afan. But right now, there is no pace for Team Laos. Taken down twice for an early game assassin is not great at all. And unfortunately, the trend is just gonna go completely bearish from here.
Yeah, Nolan is all about mobility and damage, and you need to be ahead to get that mobility. You need to be ahead to get the damage. Because if you can't kill your opponents fast enough, you're just going to perish in these team fights. Now, looking at Team Indonesia, they want to go for something.
Will they be able to lock down a Punsabat? No, it's not going to. However, this is where Team Indonesia manages to take a really good spot where they are just pushing the rest of Team Laos away, forcing them in a very uncomfortable spot where they will have a chance to take down the turtle. But unfortunately, Putsavat, he was a little bit too bold, trying to go a little bit of a Jit Kun Do, but it's in the end Jit Kun Don't.
Yeah, I mean, Mystic Gush onto almost every single member of Team Indonesia, and it did nothing. It tickled them. It was a water gun coming out from the side of Team Laos, and Team Indonesia are just showing the advantage that they have, right? Consistently just invading the jungle, making sure that this is how you control Nolan, right? We thought that Nolan is going to be good. I didn't really like the idea of Nolan. I really would have preferred them having a Guinevere, having some semblance of control. At least they could have initiated. Now, a Nolan with no farm. What are you going to do for the side of Team Laos? Because you went lethal ignition, you expected to have the damage by now.
Yeah, but unfortunately you don't. So right now, Team Indonesia, they will take whatever that Team Laos is gonna give over to them. their creep, their wave, their turret, they will eventually take everything that Team Laos holds on dear. And it's currently 5 minutes into the game. Team Indonesia, they can just kind of get together and be a menace.
Oh my god, Team Indonesia is reading Team Laos
Shouty?
movements as like a book. Shouty right here, he can just go in with the shifting skies if he wishes to do so. And you don't want to fight this cloud form Sora. I mean, he might be flickering away, but it might be a bait.
Oh, Shouty taking a little bit too much damage, and of course that flicker did not go too well either. But it's not that big of a deal, because in the end, they still managed to fight back. Shouty with a total of 3 kills to his name.
Yeah, and Hansana did manage to get the better of Dingarai in that top lane as well. There is a bit of recovery coming in from the side of Team Bandit, but Team Indonesia once again not giving any space to breathe, as this purple buff has been a hot zone for contest so far for the side of Team Indonesia. And this is their win condition, right? Consistently taking away the purple buff. Nolan with no purple buff is the same as Fanny with no purple buff, right?
Yep.
You don't get the rotations through, you don't get the cooldown reduction, you don't get the cooldown, the skill reduction as well.
And you don't get extra bars, which is actually super important. But take a look at this. Finally, a Whale Dragon that connects down onto Alexander with the Mystic Gush eventually takes him down. But unfortunately, Dingarai just gonna be tattered down over to the side of the Paquito. Takes him down effectively.
And this is the psychology behind that Obsidia pick, right? Usually Obsidia, we don't like it that much because you have to farm up the bone shards, but this is them saying, if you are going to initiate, we are going to keep you locked in, because every single one of us has a method to lock you down. Lantern Lift, Shifting Skies, we have the Boxer Stun, and once again, Shouty, he's just going ham on the Sora at the moment, and they have no response.
Yep, that's the kind of power that you get as long as you're kind of in the storm form, right? Literally so much damage. But speaking of damage, down in the middle lane, that is what they want to do right now. And the two-man Fatal Links connect down, and this is nowhere for any of these two members to stay alive in.
Yeah, that was the pile driver that could not be answered for from the side of Team Laos, as Team Indonesia right now, they have every single method. Everybody's dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Even Dingarai, he's 5-1-1 at this point. He's joining the team fights even, and this is a different look on Obsidia.
Yep, Team Bandits don't even have any place to farm. The lane is not for him. The jungle is not for him. There is nowhere that he can go, unfortunately.
Yeah, currently, of course, for those of you that don't know, Team Indonesia are sitting in the top right now. And now with that...
Fonse doesn't seem like he's able to do anything with the Mystic Gush. He's right in the middle of that fight.
I believe Mystic Gush right now does not deal damage to the side of Team Indonesia at all. At this point...
A little bit. It's enough to bring one person down.
Dingarai, maybe the only one.
It managed to bring down Alexander once. So I hope that they will be able to do a little bit more from this point on. But remember, this is even though we are looking at, the Mystic Gush is indeed a splash or AoE skill, but Team Laos is not a lineup that have any form of AoE crowd control. Yep. The only thing that they have is a single bouncing ball from the side of Intafongse and a single kick coming from Punsapat.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for, right? Wave the Dragon, Mystic Gush, find that pick off, get that map control going, but the map control has been consistently denied for the side of Team Indonesia so far. And now with the next objective being spawning up on the map, 6,000 gold advantage, 10 seconds in towards that next Lord, and double flicker still available. So Fatal Links, something to watch out for.
Pressures onto Punsapat, but he will be able to Jikundo himself right out of there. The Lord is just going to be spawned down in the bottom lane, and Shouty hoping that he will be able to also just kind of zone the rest of the members away. 1v1 between Hansana as well as Dingarai, but unfortunately a quick little proxy coming in from Delvid. Will be able to get a kill down on Hansana, but the rest of the members coming from the side of Indonesia, they're just going to be coming crashing in. 3% down already, and they're literally just going to be creating a storm right in the doors of Team Laos.
And 5-man play could not be answered from the side of Team Laos. We saw the Paquito doing what he could, dealt the damage onto Alexander and Delvin, but almost is not enough. If they're a sliver of HP and you don't get the kill, you don't get the kill. And look at that going in. They were so close. That Fatal Links into that flicker out straight away, and every single one of them just collapsed.
Honestly, the fact that Alexander still stayed alive throughout the entire team fight is essentially just them styling against Team Laos. Even if Alexander were to die, he actually didn't even need to use that flicker because they're just so far ahead. 8.9, in fact 9,000 goal lead as of now. Every single one of these players in their own respective role, they are pretty far ahead.
And guys, this is not easy to do, especially against a team like Team Laos, Team Indonesia. They're playing out of their minds right now. They might be good, but they are just playing stellar gameplay today because the fact is, they have been consistently just punishing together as a team, and also they are very aligned when it comes down to these win objectives. Sure, you might go for the invade thinking that it's easy, but suddenly a one kill from the side of Team Laos, it sends you guys spiraling. But Team Indonesia, they've been making sure to cut their losses every single time and collapse on every single play that Team Laos can make.
There's gonna be a massive spike coming in from Delvin as he picks up himself a pretty big item right now. So as much as possible, Delvin will definitely put himself right in the face of the enemies as much as possible. He did manage to get a nice pick on the Punsavat. As such, he will be not gonna escape from the grasp of Indonesia. The middle lane T3 turret will now be destroyed, and now the top lane is gonna be destroyed as well. No way from Team Laos to even come back from this. None of the members from the side of Team Laos will be able to do anything. Shoki! That's what we want as it goes in and pulls two-person in. Even when it comes down to the fatal links, get another more. Team Laos unfortunately will not be able to get themselves out of the situation, and Team Indonesia styled onto Team Laos and get themselves 2 wins in a row.
Very clean gameplay once again.